Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 1:18 p.m. Monday, May 2nd. Um, the following compilation of videos is relative. It was on the other channel I had before I had to dump it. Um, as most of y'all know, I'm only talking to a small group of people right now because I had to close down my channel and now open up a different one. The previous channel had my YouTube channel. I had over 3,400 subscribers on Facebook. They kept the page open. I can't do anything with it. They frozen just kept it there for people to talk back and forth. Figure that out, right? They use it for their own good. Facebook. Uh, Whatever. And that was 1,687 friends, whatever, contacts on there is what I had. And so as I had stones and stuff to sell and stuff like that, consults, information to give out, it went out to everybody, all those people. And when Michelle went on her rampage, uh, I guess because she wasn't getting everything I had quick enough. I don't know. I had her on my will. She was getting the house, my bank accounts, property. She was going to own my books that were selling and making her, I don't know, over $1,000 a month anyway. My rune cards, the DVDs, all my copyrights. Uh, over $500,000 in stone, um, all kinds of stuff, and she just started losing it. Um, uh, when she and I started, I met her early 2013, and I was asked to go talk to a group, metaphysical group. So I did a couple times. I think it was the second time I went there. I met. Let's see. No, the first time I went there, I met her daughter, and then her mom. And her daughter was seeing a lot of stuff, trying to understand it, and I was helping her with that, to let her know what she was looking at. Anyway, make a long story short. When I met her there, she looked at me, her mouth opened up, and she's sore. So I explained why she was feeling the way she was, and I said, "There's some stuff that we're supposed to be doing together. I have to write some books. I have to do some stuff. Introduce a stone, help people wake up, and my health isn't good, but I have stuff I have to do out of body. So this body will be dying before too long, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna help you put this thing together." And then it's yours. But you have to use it to take care of animals and stuff. I mean, use it to be comfortable, be comfortable, but it's for the animals. Uh, so she just said, okay. And then a short time later, I showed up at her house and I brought a whole bunch of star essenite. And she said, "Why are you giving me all this?" I said, "I'm not giving it to you." I said, "It's $1 a gram. It's my money. Okay, I'm advancing it to you." And she said, "Okay," but she goes, "Why?" And I explained again. You're the one that's been preordained to get this. Um, I'm going to leave it in your hands. So she didn't know how to run a business or anything, so I showed her how to do it and let her know. And um, before too long, I had her strong enough to where she was doing much better talking with people, and dealing with things and standing up for herself. And the next thing you know, she got aggressive towards me. Um, and all the consults I did for free. That was just to help the situation for Michelle. Um, when I did write my books, all that money went straight to Michelle. Everything went straight to Michelle. Um, I set that up. That was volunteered to her. Yeah, like a fly, you slap it, get rid of it. Um, I set that up for her to continue what I was doing. I even had her on the will, for to get the house, to own the copyrights for the books, the DVDs, the cards, everything. Uh, a lot more than $500,000 worth of stone too. It was everything, and uh, she and I started having some issues after a while, and she didn't want to pay me any of my money, but she kept collecting the money. I didn't ask for anything she didn't have, and I didn't ask for what she had. I just, and I said, we're going to set up the bank accounts for your business. It was open awareness first. And I said, you go get your bank accounts. All the money comes in, it goes in your account. She was kind of blown away, like, what do you have? Wow. She liked it, but, she was just like, no one's ever done this to me, for me before. To me. Yeah, that's what she did to me. Anyway, so she started collecting a lot of money. The consults I did didn't take long before they were actually up at they were $450 for the consult. And next thing you know, went up to 600. I literally, my volunteered services, I didn't get paid for it. She never even finished paying me for the first initial dump of stone that I advanced her. She still owed me 24,000 and something on that. She was collecting the money, hand over fist. Fine, the event, collecting cash all over the place. People give me cash, I turned around and gave it to her, and I have witnesses to all this stuff. People that know me, people that know her, people that were in the middle of it, touching the money and everything else. I mean, this is a done deal. So as you're going to see in the videos, when I said I no longer have anything to do with spiritual symposiums, and I wasn't going to speak about everything, that was my intention. Michelle had actually taken one of my bank statements and put it on the internet, been sending it out public view on the internet, through the internet, and it was incredible. She did everything she could to completely defame my character. The last event we had, she went nuts. She was calling other people. She knew that she was going to cut the cord with me. She wasn't going to pay me any more money. She couldn't trust that I'd keep feeding her all the money I was feeding her. I guess she got used to it. A lot of money. I know her lifestyle changed. When I first met her, the bank kept calling her, trying to foreclose it, and trying to threaten to foreclose in the house. Every other month or whatever. So I did everything I could to help her. But it was also helping the animals too. So she went incorporated, and she needed someone to be the vice president. So I went ahead and, like a fool, signed on. Doesn't matter. I didn't get anything for it. I got a little bit of gas money sometimes driving around when I drive out to the locations where I pick up a stone. 30 or 40 bucks. I was when she went to when she became incorporated, she went down to the bank and she had to sign the paperwork to get the business account, the new business account, and she had to have somebody to sign on there with her, another member of the incorporation. So I did. I signed the piece of paper. Now, if I were to ask how much money was in that account, the bank said, "Nope, sorry, you're not allowed." No, she's the only one that can touch or be aware of the money in the accounts. So, and I told her to set it up that way. I'm just making a statement, okay? And she can say whatever she wants. It's the court gets the information from the bank. Bank's not gonna lie, okay? So that's why I said I never had access to the money. She gave me she gave me 2 credit cards for 2 expense accounts, and then one of them she said never used. So I'm like, no problem. I don't know why you gave it to me, but so that got cut up. And the other one, I needed to call her if I was going to spend 15 to 40 bucks. I had to call her to make sure she had the money in there because she had her own, personal savings account. When the money came in to the other account, she'd take it right out and put it in the savings account. I'm not beating her up for saying that. I'm just saying that's what she did. Some other bank. It doesn't matter. I didn't have access to any of it. I had a credit card that I didn't know if I could use for 15 to 40 bucks. It wasn't until the end when things went sour. If I needed $40 worth of gas, I got $40 worth of gas because I was already aware things were about to split up. My time of helping her when she wouldn't pay me what she owed me from something, 2 years ago? Yeah. And then she was, joined the jam and was having a real nice life, and the photo shoots of her little daughter. So anyway, it's the money wasn't going to the animals like it was supposed to whatsoever. So I needed to get away from there. But then when we split up, when she just said that's it, and I said no. I said I need money now, and she said you're not getting it. I'm like, okay. So I had $38.34 for me and Herky and my animals out here to live on for 2.5 weeks. And she had many, many thousands of dollars in her savings account. I used to ask her, I say, look, I need $400. And she said, Jay, I don't know if we have it. And I said, I just did $5,800 worth of work. I know you have it. Cough it up. No, that's all it's in the account. You took it out, put it in the savings account. I don't care where you put it. I made it for you. You owe me money. Talking about the money in the stone. Give it to me. So anyway, I threatened. I'd say, that's it. I'm done with you. And then I said, give me $1,000 right now, or that's it. And then she put $1,000 in the account. Every once in a while, because I do love animals. It's obvious when you look at the video. In my house, I have nothing, but I have animal feeders in. They would eat before me, but you can tell that I've been eating good for a while, and they've been eating better. But anyway, all that came to an insane end. In my last event, people coming from all over the world to see me, like 6-7 different countries. They spent a lot of money to come see me, and she's just really cutting me down all over the place. Selling the heck out of my stone, making thousands of dollars cash. She's putting it in her back pocket, and I'm like, that's why when I gave her that, she was telling people at the event that I was taking the money, and there were people there that heard that, and there were people there that were watching me take the money out of my wallet and give it to her. When some people just handed me some money, I gave it to her, and I said, I'm keeping $40. I need to eat, and I need gas. And then she's running around saying all that stuff. So folks, it went nuts. And she has hundreds of thousands of dollars in my property. She's still got keys to my house. So all this stuff, she's bad-mouthing me, defaming my character, doing everything she can to destroy the possibility of me having a business, while she was wanting to make her own business with some of the other readers. Another one, a young lady, she was hounding her so bad that she made the poor little girl just over the phone. She was hounding her so bad it wouldn't stop. The young girl just threw the phone and just went in the bedroom, locked herself up. She's just like, damn, leave me alone. Jay this, Jay's that, Jay's this, Jay's that. Just driving her nuts. I didn't get 3,400 subscribers on YouTube by being some kind of nut liar or something. I'm not one of the Kardashians, okay? What I speak of is true. I see what other people can. I help them see it for themselves so they can. That was over a 2-year period, by the way. So, and the people spent a lot of money flying around the world to come see me, and I was very honored by that. So, and then finally, what finally pulled the last straw, dropped the last straw on my back, is Michelle sent me a 1099 form for having made thousands, for her having paid me thousands of dollars for my services. So look, I protect other people, animals. That's what I am. That's what I do because I love everything. Don't think I don't love myself. Don't think I won't protect myself. I put myself number two, but I'm still there. So that's why I'm reintroducing this video. Y'all need to see this. And then go take a look at Michelle's house. See how she lives. Better Homes and Gardens, boy, they're ready to show up, I think. Unappreciative, it goes way beyond that. I'm not going to take this. So I'm not, so it's, I've handed it over to my lawyers. And that's enough about this. I'm not going to bring it up again, but this was on YouTube for people to understand. I have been maliciously attacked in the most public way possible, and it's blatant lies, and I'm not taking it. So that's why I'm putting this video back on the air, and that's why I gave you this new introduction. When you look at the video, the little cat I'm talking to, she's kind of got a mottled look and everything. That's one of the new source animals. Okay, it's source energy, but it's like 55-60% animal, just like Herky. We go outside and the two of them, she'd be waiting, and then we just go outside and everything. I'm very allergic to cats, even though I have a lot of them around the house, outside, you know, feeding them and everything. So I can't just have them in the house. But I've built shelters and stuff, insulated shelters, all kinds of stuff for them. It was, when we go outside, she'd be right there with Herky, man. She just, the Herky loved that she'd rub up against him and he could be the big guy. And then all of a sudden, right before the last time, it was about a month ago, a little more, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks, I guess. I'm not that great with time. All the cats left for like 2 days, 3 days. They came back and she wasn't with them, and I looked and saw, and she was grabbed by a dog and shook to death. That was done by some energy on the other side that wanted me home now. Eventually, most all of you are going to see a lot of the stuff that I see for yourself. But right now, only Paul and Burju can actually see everything over there that's on the other side running around. Burju's real strong solar plexus, real strong scanner. And then Paul's real strong pineal, more like me. Separately, they're incredibly powerful. Ridiculous. When we all get together, it's a knockout. And Deanna is very strong. She's waiting to wake up. There's others that are in this quote unquote, source family. Not the one on the internet. So anyway, that's the reason for the video. But if you would take a look when I go around the back of the house, take a look at the sliding glass door, and you're going to see Herky in there. He was standing there looking at me like, "Dad, what are you doing outside? Dad, get your butt in here." That wasn't all too long ago, a few months ago, but he does not look the same now. Herc and I are tired. We're on a close departure together. I won't leave before he does. I'll leave with him, but not before. And things are happening now to help everyone out more. But the other issue, there's 2 things keeping me here. One with my sister in the house, and that's really doing well. We're really doing well. Number 1. Number 2 is settling this issue with Michelle. And what she's done and incited. So anyway, there is something else going on too, but I won't talk about that. I should be able to handle. My lawyers will handle that without me even talking about it. Uh, some of my property has been taken, and it's going to be returned from far away, very far away. Uh, so anyway, folks, I hope you get a kick out of the video. And look, I'm not trying to say poor Jay, I live like this. My life is totally turned upside down with everything I have to do. I have degenerative joint disease. I have two types of lung disease, COPD, and something else I can't even pronounce. It's chronic lower lung infections. They come to go away. They come to go away. It's just like on and on. Now I have kidney issues, of course, from all the meds I have to take all the time. But there's what I am inside is slowly shutting down the body, getting ready to go. Just like the same thing's happening with Herky. Herky's, when you save animals, you don't know how old they are. Blah. But I've had Herky like I guess 13 years or something. Let's see. Wait a minute. I guess about 10 years or something like that. So I guess he's about 12, 13 years old. And he had heartworms. And I had it taken care of. But, you know, he had the treatment, and that's a little rough. He's incredible. Folks, all of you are. Things are going to get a lot nicer for everyone, and by 2020, your lives are going to be a whole lot easier. There's things going on you all need to know about. You will find out for yourself. So anyway, I don't mean this video to be mash and bash or anything, okay? But I will always stick up for myself, okay? Not little people saying stuff, but when someone makes it a big enough issue for me to have to deal with it, I'm there, okay? I wouldn't be me if I wasn't. I'm more concerned about taking care of others, and the proof is there. I was already giving Michelle everything. I owned in everything, leaving her with everything, the books and everything, and nope, wasn't enough. Folks, love you. Enjoy the video, and you'll see her looking in the window, looking out at you. I love y'all, man. Take care and have a good one. Hey folks, it's 10 o'clock p.m. December 9th. That's funny, 10 o'clock, 0001. Completion, and 1 is could be everything and the self. Folks, I am no longer attached to, associated with, involved with, having anything to do with Michelle M. Davis, Spiritual Symposiums, Open Awareness Incorporated. I literally use this as my first legal resignment from anything to have to do with Open Awareness. My position over there, helping Michelle do all this stuff. When things change for me right now, I am back in poverty like I've never been. I've taken care of animals. Hey, I'm fine, because you know what? People have helped me out because of all the stuff I've done to help them. I have taken back JayEssex.com, and I've left Michelle all the other websites. She can have them. I will be doing more work until this body finally drops. And we know about an idea that, like, that's not going to be too long. But you know what? This had to happen, and that's another reason I'm not gone. When Michelle has used the money that I made, the money you paid, that I created, through my consults, that was volunteered. That money legally goes to Michelle. She'll tell you, I don't have access to that bank account the money goes to. I've never wanted it. I told her to set it up that way in the beginning because I want her to take care of the animals. Yeah, a little problem there. Okay. What we're gonna do is she's gonna do whatever she wants. I'm gonna do whatever I want. But see, my care. I don't care about her situation. She brings this upon herself. However, these horses, the animals, they need help. So as soon as I have enough money to feed me and Herky and my animals here, yeah, because right now there is none, literally, then I will be sending money to her, but it'll go through a donation. It's going to go through a donation button, and it's going to be just for the animals because that way legally she has to spend the money on it. Okay. The energy that I put in those stones that she has over there, taking it back. This is a legal statement. She no longer has my permission to sell any product that has my name on it, and she hasn't paid for it. Okay, so everything she has, that's my books, my DVDs, everything else, that legally has to come back to me. Okay, so that's a pretty cut and dry thing here. Okay, I wanted to use this as a first and an initial legal statement. My mouth's dry as all get out. And there's thousands of you out there that listen to me. Folks, I just want you to know, I'm not beating her up, but hey, I'm just telling you the truth, okay? And I'm not telling you everything. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not going to change the energy, what I did to her to change her to make her stronger. I'm just leaving that alone. And let her future be what it's going to be, okay? Like I said, I left her all the other websites and everything else. I took back JayEssex.com because you know what? That's me. So anyway, the stones that I had for sale, that was through them. Big price difference coming up. That'll be tomorrow. The website will be remade. There's an email address for y'all to get a hold of me. I'll put all that together for you tomorrow. And get it out there. But this is new, and it's time for things to happen in a different way. Okay, I'm not going to be here long. But you know what? This had to happen before I left. Okay, this is about saving animals, not trying to glorify yourself or your family or something like that. Okay, Michelle cares about animals. She does some stuff to help, but I generated a lot of money for her. And it's her money. You paid for it. I volunteered my services and went to her. That's fine. No problem. But any money I send her to take care of the animals is literally going to come through a payment button because, donation button, because then she legally has to spend that money on the animals. And, let me leave that there. But anyway, I'm opening back up until I die again. Kind of funny. So I'll let you know what's going on. I'll be making some spheres and stuff, selling my stuff real soon. So if you need copies or something of the books or the DVDs and stuff, I have them. I'll make them right here, except for the books. And I'll make a good supply. I've got Paul with me right now on the line and getting together with Tomo in a few hours. Better get to sleep. And then we're going to go ahead and, take this on, get it going. And then I'll leave the website with them when I go. And they can do whatever they want. So anyway, look, love y'all. I apologize if it's if it appears like I'm throwing a big flap out into the internet. I don't mean to, but y'all need to know certain things, and I am not fully disclosing what's going on. Okay, that just doesn't need to be said. I do have a little more class than that. All right, I might wear overalls, but I do have honor. Okay. Some of you that are close to me, you already know about this stuff going on. But now it's time to do my own thing. Okay, folks? So, and if so, you know, there'll be some screaming. He abandoned the animals. If I abandon the animals, what, you know? How come I got $40 and she's got the rest? It's like, so anyway, look, I shouldn't even say that, but I'm having fun, folks. Things are going to turn out the way they need to. It's okay. It really is. It's just like the way things are going to change. I just have to get home, and I will be soon. But this had to happen before I left. Okay. So look, I love you all. Tomorrow I'm going to put out another video. I'll give you the new email. It'll be a Gmail. As a matter of fact, it's jay.arae.essex at gmail.com. And that way you can get a hold of me to get consultations, whatever. I'll be setting it up tomorrow. It's just too late tonight. And like I said, I'll be talking with Tomo early in the morning, and then Karen. We're putting some stuff together. So anyway, I had, this is a legal statement. I had to get it out there. And y'all know me. I tell it like it is. Okay, I really do. And I'm not telling you a lot because there's no need for that. Okay? I'm not trying to be mean or nasty, and I'm sure not being slanderous. Y'all know the half of it. But it's just time for this to happen. And for those of you that want to think I'm abandoning animals, I don't think so. Okay? The money's there. It's just, you know, it's not mine. But when it's come to the point where, you know, Herky and I, we got to eat. And I have other animals I take care of. So it finally came to an end. So anyway, look, I love y'all. I don't know. Maybe give me another month or something, okay? So of doing what I do. But in the meantime, we're going to get the ball rolling again. And then Paul and Tomo, they'll take this other stuff over. They're the ones being written into my will now anyway. So look, love y'all. Hope to see you soon, talk with you, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, have a good night. Okay, that's going into the bedroom door right there, and that's where Herky comes in. There's the door. Herky comes in right there, walks through this mess, and then I got a bed right here for him. And he sleeps or lays down, excuse me, with me while we're making the videos. And then, you know, here's the workstation. I have some stones and stuff. So see, this is, and then here's the other stuff, the shelf with some stuff on it. And see, this is the madness I work in. Let's get back to the other camera now. Well, okay, folks, here we go. That's the mailbox. And wait a minute, let's make sure it's me. Oh, that's scary. I hope it's blurry. There's the front of my house. Bestest looked in a while. There, a little better. The truck. I'm kind of secluded, and that's how I like it. So you drive in. Here's the old truck. And this is a little path going in to the front door. And see if I can, whoops, make that any smaller. No, there we go. This is what I have by the front door. Some stuff over there, but that's one of the feeders I have for the front with some filtered water, clean filtered water every day, unless I go through hell. But the thermos things underneath there, there's holes cut in them, and they're insulated so that they can keep the cats and stuff warm at night in the winter. And there's a little place back here. That's why the towels are out there. It cuts off. It leaves them open to run around. Otherwise, it won't stay there. But it allows them to keep some body heat in there. And then they love sitting on top of the garbage can there. It's an old garbage can. So this is where I have spent my millions of dollars that I've made and taken from everybody. I'm a very horrible person, you see. And then here's ways for them to get from one place to the other and not be in the wet rain. And this is the backyard. Hey there, sweetie. Say hi to everybody. She is so precious. Sweetie. Meow. Good girl. Wow, good girl. Come here, sweetie. Hey, baby. Hello. How you doing, darling? Look at that. Is she beautiful or what, man? She's awesome. She's showing herself off. She says, oh, yes, here I am, walking down the runway here. Anyway, so this is one of the feeders I have set up for him. I can feed him out of the weather, down underneath it, above it. And this is that nasty, ugly looking container there. Actually has styrofoam and stuff in it. It's bedding. It's got a hole cut to go in and out. Again, keep the rain off them. Excuse me, sweetie. Good girl. Here's some little steps I made going up. And see, underneath them, that's where I can feed them when it's raining. And they like to go sneak in and out over there and run around, have some fun. And here's the main feeding area where they eat most of the time. If it's raining, I put everything underneath. I like to have something for them too, just, you know, out in the open. I haven't fed them yet today. I give them fresh food every morning and fresh water. So anyway, I got those tires over there. There's another feeder underneath there again, so that they can, that one's empty right there. But that literally keeps the food dry so they can eat it. And then this is an old cherry tree. That's the shop back behind the house. And this is the the famous beech tree right there. Hey, sweetie, I love you, darling. This is big. That's the Fay Beech. And where all those special stones and stuff that Faye brought me. Excuse me, sweetie. We're right over here. Right there in that walk, going right up there. That's something else I put together. There's some more of the kitties. Hey guys, there's 3 of them in there. But see, the door's open, and there's 3 dog houses in there. They're all very, very heavily insulated, like a few inches of styrofoam, plus coated and everything else. But there's 3 of them in there. That keeps the rain out off the basic part of it. They just use it like a shelter. There's some blankets and cedar inside, because the cedar helps fight the fleas and stuff. What you doing, sweetie? This one is just, she's so loving. Good girl, honey. Poor fleas. Yeah, fleas. Well, oh, here's Mama. She's had a whole bunch of kitties here. But anyway, and I put this addition on the house right here when I got the Unedited Jay years ago. That took everything I had and I had to borrow money. But I got it done anyway. So anyway, all the millions of dollars that I've abused people for and taken from them, as some people like to say, that's where it went. All the gold trim in the house and everything. Anyway, I just want to show you. This is what's going on. Time for a little house repair. That's where some of the critters get in and out. Anyway, that's enough of this.